During this study trip, the students of the Bachelor degree in Cultural Malayan Communication and Art visited the Museum of Culture of Oaxaca, located in the former convent of Santo Domingo de Guzman, while touring this venue considered one of the most important cultural spaces in the country. They delve deeper into understanding cultural heritage upon entering the Fray Francisco de Burgos library. They recognized the historical articles and documentary regions. They make up Oaxaca heritage. Finally, when they arrived in the community of San Juan de la Villa, they observed the work of local artisans, highlighting the importance of traditional practices and the connection of the community identity. On November 27, we visited the Museum of Cultural Located in the former Santo Domingo de Guzman convent, which was one of the most historic monuments in the country because of its architecture. Its exhibition offered an archaeological, historical, and anthropic view of Oaxaca cultural. Dr. Ixel Velasco Lopez was guiding us through the museum and invited us to observe a mural painting that represented some Dominican friars who participated in the evangelization of the Oaxaca territory. One of the most important materials in the construction of the convent was quarry stone extracted from what is now known as the city of quarries. We when we arrived at a convent model, the doctor will explain the original layout of the Dominican complex, one of the few in the country that has remained intact in its structure. Later, we went to tomb 27, another gallery in the museum. We received an explanation about the opening of the tomb and the treasures that were found inside this tomb. Original Zapotec was being resolved by mixed groups around 1100 antes de Cristo and they placed a complex funerary offering made of covered bonnets, gold, a piece and objects of silk, jade, turquoise, amber, and alabaster. We also were receiving the lake explained to about school decorated with turquoise mosaic, a technique characteristic of the mixed cultural. The school belonged to a male individual and had a deliberate perforation since it was used as a reed usual. The tomb has an approximate length of 5 meters. Agriculture to introduce from Europe schools as the plow, the machete, and the measuring steam called almond were being pointed out. Over the coa cape is the indigenous element. In the 19th century, Rome object such as the digs used by Benito Juarez, he was serving as governor of the state where he shone along with a portrait in, of him as a young man religion sculpture were also presented showing representation of the evangelist. Our next visit was to the Francisco de Burgos Library. The authenticity of its book was recognized through the so-called free mark, which were imported into the edges of the volume to indicate the relation or identity belonged to the library was preserving around table incalculable considered pieces of great historical value. One remarkable example was a volume of Aristotle that contained notes written fears who were reflecting and debating the author ideas. During the explanation, a series of maps was shown. There were also representation of volcanoes, natural phenomena, and imaginary sea creatures described by European explorers who were really on incomplete information should be sailors of the time. In the exhibition about the original of the historical notarial archive of the state, we received a detailed context about the document that preserved the legal and social memory of different historical periods. It highlighted that some documented back to the skin and 7th centuries include notarial record of the sale of enslaved people in 1825 a state decree established that hours of enslaved women go and had children go received compensation ranging from 1 to 2,000 or common since the early legislation considered that the sentence automatically entered the condition of slavery. The historical archives we were also revealing documentary that showed the persistence of bullying and silent people during the early 19th century.
That's why the people told that.
$165 casado, peón, José María de Cuati, José Anastasio Ildefonso. Luego, pues no todos tenían apellidos o agarraban el apellido del amo, pero estos que estaban vienen los nombres. No, ¿verdad? No vienen sus nombres. Pero sí son alrededor, aquí hay 50, aquí hay 17.
On the 28, we visited the Yagul Archaeological City. The territory where the city was located was associated with ancient human settlement since it was formed by volcanic to rock formation that were creating a neutral arch. According to tradition, this arch served as shelter for the first nomadic groups that were arrived in the region. During the visit, a flower was described with latex and the ability to purify and clean impurities from water coming from wounds. This plant was opening its petal during the day and was closing it at night. The area was preserving and 100 to 120 rocks painted. We were told about the importance of asking permission before entering or opening a tomb since ignoring this practice led to encounters with venomous animals in the zone. 26 human skeletons were found to their names remaining unknown. It is estimated that between 23 and 26 tombs had been discovered. The ceremonial monument were oriented toward the four element with the surely located in the center. Among the sculptures, the jaguar figure to all considered the most powerful animal. It had a cavity on its back that was used to place hair during the sacrifices. Near the balcony, a circular stucco guarded was preserved, representing the sun. The rumor was weighing between 4 and 5 kilograms were being used by players who were embodying the ghost of the Popol Vuh. We visited the community of San Juan de la Villa, a place recognized for its tradition in crafting carrizo. Handicraft, the artisan worldwide was starting at 60 like in the morning when the select the carrizo and many of the were working until after meeting was Carrizo was a Sarkari resort. It had been obtained from the River's bank, but constant bullying at affect its available of being burned. A Carrizo needed 5 years to recover complete. If, if it was good with a co-op, the plant took about 1 year to sprout again. The artisan uses 3 types of carrizo depending on their purpose. Carrizo of 6 2 months, which was used for passes. Carrizo of years, which was used for the body and weight. Carrizo of the months, which was used for adults. Never workshop were three to combine carrizo with wool to attract new market and to promote carrizo as sustainable alternative to help it reduce the county due.